Hello, hello. Check, check. Should be working. Okay. Hopefully, hopefully, I have audio this time. I think it's picking up on OBS. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have audio. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody had a great week. And, I should probably get in the commentator's voice chat real quick. I just realized that. Okay. Hello, everybody. So, as you all know, second round of the playoffs starting tonight. And we are here at Martinsville. Hello, hello.
What up?
You'll have to tell me if I'm picking up on stream or not, audio-wise.
Okay, 1 second.
In the
I,
meantime, let's go ahead and do a quick fly by the track. Everybody get a good look at it. I'm not sure if these, did these kill you? No. Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I know, I know last race we had a problem with the, catch fence. So,
I don't think it's
hopefully...
gonna be a problem anymore.
No, that
Did
shouldn't be
you
a
did
problem. It was funny.
did you start the actual stream?
Yes, I did start the actual stream.
Okay, you might want to go to YouTube. There it goes.
We good?
Yep, you got audio.
Okay, so I just wanted to mention real quick right before the race. This race is going to be a little bit funky due to the fact that we do have two playoff drivers who were initially in the playoff contention or now out of it. There was a falling out with Max, and Slavic has retired early this season. So both drivers have stepped away from the league. We wish them the best of luck. You know, despite circumstances, we still wish them the best of luck. And due to that, to my knowledge, everybody will advance to the next round.
That is correct. Um, because the two drivers that have dropped out of the league, who were in the playoffs, they have dropped out. So that means loading would be bumped up above the cut line, and the remaining six drivers will move on to the round of six, which that is starting tonight. So tonight we will find out who is going to make the final four.
And just because everybody's going to advance tonight does not take away from the importance of having a really good drive this evening, because the points still matter and you really want to try and gain a leg up on these guys as much as you can. So we'll see. We'll see how well everybody does, and it should be good racing nonetheless. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cars that these drivers will be racing in tonight. So we've got Patrick right there. He's still rocking that Elvis Presley Reese's '99 Chevrolet. Very
I really
nice.
love that car.
Yeah, I think this is probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite one that Patrick's ran all season. I think it's really good. And then of course we've got Logan in the number 9 Uni First Chevrolet. I don't know. I
Rocking
really
those
like
three.
that color.
Do what?
I really like that color. I like the I don't know what kind of green you would call that, but I like the teal and the green. It looks really nice. And then of course we have Dusty. He's rocking a new Canadian Tire scheme. I really like this one too. I think this is probably the best one he's run as well. And then we have loading there in the, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Moen? I think I'm saying that right.
Uh, Moen.
Yeah, I did say it right. Okay, cool. And then we've got Gecko there once again in the McDonald's 23. Very nice. We've got We have Howie there in the what is this?
Um, stay on that car because that is actually an official sponsor of NARAS.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
If you So fans who are watching the stream, if you go to w.com and you order something off of there, it is an off-brand G Fuel. So we are sponsored by a energizing drink. If you go on to w.com and use the promo code NARAS10, NARAS 10, you can get 10% off all of your orders.
Well, that's very exciting. I didn't know we had actual sponsors. That's actually really exciting.
Yes, it is.
I am very sad he's not running the Flex Seal scheme, but that's actually really cool. I like that. So big shout outs to W. Did I say that right? W?
Yep.
W Jitterless Energy Blit. Thank you so much, guys. And then we have, well, he won't be running it, but we still have it here. Slavic's 32 Southwest. So unfortunately, it's not going to be run tonight, but it is here nonetheless. And then BMX in that 33 discount tire. Chevrolet, very nice. And then we still have Slow Bros 25 here, I guess, just in case something bad happens.
25 is actually a Lee Motorsports part-time car.
Oh, I see.
We just don't have a mix of drivers that are running it right now due to scheduling. But it is here for the part-time drivers that we have signed on right now.
I gotcha. I just know, I know Logan's had to drive that thing a couple of times. So.
Yeah. Last week at Charlotte was different to see him in that car. It's going to be different next season because he'll be driving it full time.
So, thank you for everybody who's tuned in so far, and we're just gonna try to finish up with some of the pre-race stuff. I don't know if we have any time for maybe some pre-race interviews.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I think first, I actually want to take a look at getting Loading in here, because I know that Loading actually hasn't raced in the playoffs yet. Like, he hasn't been a part of these races, so it'd be nice to see what he thinks going into it.
Let's drag him in here.
So let me go ahead and steal him. Loading!
Real quick, I do want to mention something to the fans. Unfortunately, he's not in the playoffs, but driver of the number 6 Folgers Ford Mustang has pulled out for the remainder of season 32. He is having some personal issues going on, so we just want to wish him the best of luck with whatever's going on in his life right now, and really, really, really hope to see him back on the track in Daytona next season.
And he was very exciting to watch while he was driving for us, but of course, personal issues are always first. But while we've got him in here Loading, are you there?
Hello.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were there. You're being so quiet.
Oh no, I was just waiting for Jen to finish.
Oh, you're so polite. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So,
No problem.
like I was saying, this is like your first actual race in a playoff setting, at least for this season, right?
Actually, yeah, this is my first actual playoff race. My technical playoff debut.
So, I know you haven't been a part of the races previously, but how does it feel to actually be here and have a chance to, go playoff racing?
It feels amazing. I had to sit back from Charlotte, had some stuff going on there, but I'm glad to be back. At Martinsville, no other place. Like what a track to come back to. So I'm just hoping to finish well and hopefully make it to Miami.
Was that sarcasm on the track?
Oh no. Well, half and a half. It's Martinsville.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a really interesting track because this is one of those tracks you have to kind of predict what everybody else around you is doing, or else It's gonna get kind of crazy really quick.
And that's it. That's the scariest part.
But you are gonna have your teammate of Gecko with you. So are you? Well, like what's the plan with Gecko? Have you guys tried to figure anything out?
Our plan is to keep our bumpers clean.
Okay, I gotcha. So
Clean bumpers equal happy drivers, which means we don't get dumped next week.
so you guys are just trying to keep it away from everybody else, is what you're saying.
Yep. Finish well and don't make anybody not happy.
Well, I think that's very good advice. And I think I don't know if everybody's still mad at him from last week, but hopefully Gecko gets a clean sheet this week. But
It's Gecko. I'm sure he will. I have faith in my driver there.
well, as long as you're there to mentor him, I'm sure he's gonna be okay. But thank you for stopping in, loading. We're glad you're back racing with us.
Yep, it was a pleasure. Glad to be back.
All right, get on my voice chat. Go.
Oh.
Sorry, it's not my voice chat. Sorry, Jed. It's your voice chat.
Yeah, that's right.
Um. Oh, I didn't even realize Howie wasn't here yet. The LL. What is that last lap?
Lead lap.
Oh, okay. I thought I thought that was like last lap.
No.
Like, yeah, Howie, you can come race. You can come race for the last lap. It's okay.
So check out these interesting camera angles that we got.
Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and
Yeah.
take a look at those.
We have one that sits right on the pit exit wall. So that'll be an interesting shot as the cars come out of turn 2. We have a camera right after and right before the start finish line.
Yeah, that was. I know nobody else probably cares about this, but as a guy who's kind of like doing all the coverage and stuff, I was actually really excited to see how the camera setups are going to be, because especially for like a track like this, you don't get a whole lot of like long shots. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of there's a lot of shots you have to get in the turns and everything. So I was wondering
Yeah.
if you're going to try to put it like close to the line on the apron, because that would look really good.
That would look sick, but I did something different, and I think I like this setup. One thing I will say is Martinsville is not easy to set up cameras with, so I wanted to try to do something interesting, and I think I got it.
Well, I do appreciate it, and I'm sure it's going to be fantastic, and I'm sure the fans are going to enjoy it as well. But we're still waiting on everybody getting lined up, and I believe that is it, as we've got Dusty coming to the line. And Howie will be joining us again later in the race. So this is your field currently, but we do expect Howie to be back. Yeah, I think that's it.
So for tonight's race analysis, we are going 150 laps at Martinsville. It might shorten. I don't know yet, depending on how boring the first stage is. Can you see here? Oh, I can actually climb the fence.
I can't type. I can't spell.
What else am I going to 6 drivers for tonight's field. Now, I know, guys, that you guys are seeing smaller fields as we do the last 4 races. Sorry, taking off my boots. Oh, man, that was tough. That's just because we've had quite a few fallouts with some drivers this season. Not going to name what was going on, but just know that next season, heading into Daytona, it's going to get a lot more exciting. And even going into the Final Four, it's going to be really exciting with all these cars that might show up. And so just because we have small fields, don't think that it's going to be boring races. We're still going to have some fun. With that being said, we are going to get ready to go green.
And it is expected a little bit. You know, you've got some drivers that, maybe aren't as, I guess, like they aren't as excited to go race if they don't have a chance for the championship. But we do appreciate guys like Dusty who still come out here and want to try to race. But ultimately, it's whatever the drivers enjoy. We're racing for we're not just racing for championships and all that. We want these guys to have some fun.
Under the lights at Martinsville.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, I really like this camera angle on the
Oh
start
yeah, the
finish
one
line.
that's pointing at the start finish line. That's going to make for some interesting camera angles, or an interesting finish. 150 laps at the paperclip. We'll go ahead and change the flags here. Give out the R for the drivers. Before we go green, Biggie, what is your pre-race winner?
Analysis of who's gonna win?
This? Yeah.
At a track like Martinsville, it's so hard to pinpoint who's gonna get it, but I'm gonna put my money on Patrick. I think Patrick's gonna win.
Yep. I'm gonna go short shot, Logan. Long shot, Dusty.
Really? You think Dusty's gonna get his
Yeah.
first win at Martinsville?
I think so.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and go green here as Gecko is gonna swing it wide. Yeah, you can already see these drivers are trying to get used to the setups. Now, we didn't have qualifying due to, I believe it was some personal constraints. So these drivers are still going to try and learn this track as they go. But it looks like they're starting to get the hang of it. As you see Gecko, he's going to sail it in, clips the apron just a little bit. That's going to leave the door open for Slowbro to go up the inside. And that is one thing you're going to have to watch for. Some of these guys, they're going to try to run that really low line into the turn, and if they clip the apron, that's going to really halt their progress. As you see, there's a little bit of contact.
Logan put the door slam on the 23 entering turn 1, but Gecko's not going to happen here, but he's going to put the 9 into the wall.
Yeah, Gecko's already coming out here looking really strong. As Patrick is going to...
Someone else is looking strong is don't throw out Patrick. Put those 3 cars underneath the blanket because but Patrick is there to pounce on the 9 and the 23's mistakes.
And Patrick is being very smart right now. He's just kind of hanging back, letting these guys kind of brawl it out with each other. So I like what Patrick's doing right now. He's kind of, he's just kind of sitting there, kind of keep making sure that the gap doesn't get too large. But they're going to be side by side here. We're going to see what happens as... Looks like a little bit of a shove from Logan to Gecko. It's going to send him into the wall just a little bit. And we've got Patrick right there. He's on the quarter panel of the 23 there. Ooh, Gecko's going to try to cut it.
Yep. And here comes Logan with the fight.
Yeah, I don't think that move's going to work. I think the cars just shoot up the track way too hard. As we've got Loading is going to come in there and try to go in for third place.
And guys, don't forget, it's early in the race, so there's no need to make any aggressive moves just yet. Let the race play out, see where you're going to be at after stage 2. Just run your race, try to gain your points that you want to gain, and just have fun while you're at it. Don't make any stupid moves early in the race that's going to screw you out of a stage win.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it looks like Logan has this track figured out. He's having some really nice lines so far.
Hey, Biggie, how's my audio?
Oh, that's good. I can hear you.
Okay. All right, cool. I just want to make sure, because I had my phone like 5 feet away from me, and I was trying to scream so you could hear me.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, cool. I got
as
closer to me now.
As you can see there, though, Slowbro has a really good line going on, as he's kind of pulling away from Gecko at this point.
He does. He has almost a 1 second lead. We're going to see what it's going to be crossing the line here. Looks like the 23 has some short run speed, but not any long run speed.
And I can already...
We have issue with Dusty.
Go ahead and take a look at Dusty. He's gone down pit road. I'm not sure if it's lag and he just doesn't want to hurt the field or...
Well, he said that his car is bugged.
One thing I did want to mention after watching these first few laps is I'm noticing I don't think you're going to be able to get a good run off the turn. I think if you're going to pass these guys, it has to happen in the middle of the turn.
Yeah, so the way that the setup is you can run any kind of line that you want, but if you do it wrong, like the 21 is doing right now, you're gonna break loose and you're gonna eventually spin out. The cars have been hold on one second, I gotta go.
Oh, that's okay. And while he takes a step back, the 23 is on a pair of rails right now. He's really catching up to that 9 car, as he's going to cut the lead all the way down to about half a second there. So Gecko's doing a really good job of putting the pressure on Logan. As you see, Logan's messing up pretty consistently right now. He's messing up on that exit of the turn, and Gecko is just all over him now. He's going to get to the back of the bumper, not quite there, but he's close. I don't think he's going to try to make a move just yet, though. I think he's just trying to run his line. And that's, you got to be very disciplined on a setup like this, because you can't just send it into the bumper, these guys. You got to run your line, and that's going to pay dividends when you're going into the turn, because if you keep running your line, you're going to have a really good line, whereas if you were trying to get into the back bumper, these guys, now your car is going to, straighten out, and you're going to have a bad exit. So Gecko's going to make the move on Logan through, I believe that was turn 2? Yes, that was turn 2. And Gecko's going to try to pull away here. I believe Logan is on that quarter panel. I don't think Gecko has cleared him just yet, but Slowbro's going to have the inside. Ooh, goes up the track. Tries to keep Gecko off the wall there. But, I mean, these guys are... Oh, contact between the 9 and the 23. These guys are kind of pulling away from the third place car of Patrick, though. So... Ooh, kind of a bit of a aggressive block there from the 9 car. I guess he was trying to make sure the 23 didn't have a favorable line going into the turn, but kind of cost them both. As we're going to see Gecko trying to cut it in low. I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but it looks like Gecko's pulling it off as he held that inside line really well. And I believe he's going to lead that lap. I don't think it counted it on the ticker, but Gecko's going to clear him. He's going to pull a little bit of a slide job there, try to get in front of the 9 car. But keep an eye out for that 99 car. As these guys are battling, that 99 car is catching up. And ooh, big contact between the 9 and the 23. They're able to keep it straight, but there's still contact between the two. And the 9 just would not get off the quarter panel of the 23 car. And now the 9 is going to take a bad entrance, and he's going to hit the wall there. So a lot of lost time for that 9 car. We're going to see if he can get it back. And we're going to keep riding along with the 9 car here. We're going to see if he can catch up to that 23. And we still have that 99 car of Patrick maintaining his gap. And I believe Dusty's actually made the pass on Loading there in the back. Let's try to ride along with them for just a second. Those guys are battling it out on the opposite side of the track. And Dusty's actually got a pretty good line rolling too. So, I mean, if Dusty finds himself, maybe after a caution or a stage, if Dusty finds himself up there with the front pack, he might really cause a show, because that's a really good line that he's running right now. And so is Loading as well. You can see those guys kind of going at it. But we'll go back to the front of the pack, because we've got Logan there trying to make a move on the 23 of Gecko. He's got that inside line, kind of moves him up the track, and he's going to clear him. And Gecko's coming back on the outside. Maybe going to try to hit him with a crossover, and he is. So good move by Gecko. He gets the inside right there. But unfortunately, Patrick is not really able to close this gap right now. He's not really able to put himself in a good position to challenge these guys. So it's really just the battle between the 9 and the 23 here. As Logan tried to get underneath the 23, not quite able to. So Gecko's going to pull off once again. One thing I do appreciate about these setups too is you've got these guys kind of pulling away, but it's pretty easy to get a run on them. It's pretty easy to try to catch up to them. So, I mean, you see the gap right here. Gecko's got about half a second on Slowbro, but Slowbro can close that gap at any time. And Patrick can as well, as Gecko's going to get it up to about a second right there. Really good racing from Gecko right now. He's got a good line. Slowbro is going to try his best to close that gap. And we're going to see how far he closes the gap here as they're going to cross the line. And he's got it to under a second, so he's making progress right now. And I believe, has Howie joined us? I believe Howie has joined us. So Howie has entered the race, and he will merge on the lead lap. Now, bit of concern for Howie here. He actually has not had any practice on this track either. So these are going to be his first few laps. So we'll see how well Howie can adapt to the setups, and we'll see if he can have a good night. But it looks like little what's the word? A little choppy right now, but he should get the hang of it. Howie's a pretty good driver, as you can see. Oh, that's a really good line from Howie. I think he's already figured it out. As you can see, he's on the attack there on the 21 car. We'll go ahead and ride back with the number 9 of Logan. As you can see, he's closed the gap to 0.6 of a second there. So making a lot of progress on that 23 car. And he is right there. I mean, Slowbro's in a position where he can make a move on the 23 right now, but it's going to be close. Really, really nice line from Logan right there. Really able to just get right to the back of that 23. Didn't put the move on him yet, but he's closing the gap. Gives a little bit of the shove to the 23 there. I don't think he meant to, as that actually boosted the 23 out of that corner. So got to catch him just a little bit here. But he's looking really good out of turn 3 and 4. Like, that seems to be his strong sector, is that turn 3 and 4. Struggles a little bit on turn 1 and 2, but he makes up that time really well in turn 3 and 4. So we'll see if he can make a move here. He's going to get the gap down here. One thing I'm seeing from Gecko too is he goes a little bit wide on the exit, and I think Logan has really taken notice of that, because it seems like Logan takes the turn entering a little bit wider so he can really cut low on the exit. So that's why it makes Logan such a good driver, especially on a track like this, is he pays attention to the guys that are driving with him. So a little bit of a mistake there though for Logan, a little bit more, so that gap is going to extend for Gecko. But once again, that lead is not guaranteed, especially on this track. We've seen the lead drop very quickly, so we'll see what Logan can do here. It's going to go up to about 1.2 there, as you see on the ticker. But he's doing really good, and it seems like you almost have to slide these cars just a little bit into the turn, and that can be really difficult to kind of hold on to. You don't want the back end to get loose, and you don't want the front end to kind of straighten out and just barrel towards the wall. So definitely one of the more skill set focused tracks on how well these guys can control their cars and manage their car. So we'll see if these guys are able to keep it consistent, and that's one of the biggest things at a track like Martinsville is consistency. You can have a really good run, and then you get in first place and you start making all these mistakes, and now everybody else is catching up to you. Just like right there with Gecko, he made a little bit of a mistake getting into the wall right there. So consistency is key at a track like this. It's all about lap times. It's about how well your line is compared to everybody else. As you see, Logan is going to keep the time the same there. He's going to have a really good turn right there. So he's doing a good job of working on his turn 1 and 2 there. And once again, he's got a good drive off of 3 and 4. I'm going to cut it down to about half a second there. Still a good drive from Gecko right here, though. But he's definitely got to clean it up a little bit on the turn exit. He's throwing it a little bit wide. That was a good turn right there. And I think he's going to keep it about right where it is. Yeah, it's going to be about half a second still, so progress for that 9 car on the 23. Clips the apron just a little bit. And that's one thing you have to watch out too, is if you clip that apron, your car is going to straighten out, and you gotta save that car before it hits the wall. So, but it looks like the leaders are actually catching up to this backpack of cars. So we'll see if they actually get up to them and if the traffic becomes an issue for these guys. And that's another problem for tracks like Martinsville is it's such a short track when the leaders are just chugging along like this and the backpack is not, then traffic becomes a worry. You don't want to get caught behind some of these guys that are a lap down. As you're going to see, the 9 car is going to put the move on the 23, and they're going to be side by side here. And we're going to see that 23 tries to let off going into the turn, tries to give him the crossover here. It doesn't look like it. There's going to be a caution here. I'm not sure what brought the caution out. Check the chat here. Oh, it was stage 1 over. Okay, we didn't get the white flag. I was very confused. So that was your stage. So so it will be Slowbro is able to he's able to outlast Gecko on that last lap. So really good drive from Slowbro right there. Really, I think on that lap he was down a half second when that lap started, and he was able to take the lead on the last lap. So I mean, you can see right there just from that drive from you can see from that drive from Logan that the gap. It doesn't matter what the gap is. If you hold your line and you hold it well, then I mean you can catch up to these guys. And he did it in the span of 1 lap. Half a second is nothing to sneeze at. That's a pretty big gap at a track like this because it's so hard to make moves on that corner. But Logan's able to get it done. Yeah, I'm all alone in the commentators chat. But that was actually a really good stage 1. It wasn't super eventful in terms of it wasn't super eventful in terms of cautions or people making contact or anything like that, but it was very methodical racing from both Gecko and Slowbro. And I know we were really focusing on those two, but we have time for an interview? Okay. So I'm actually going to go ahead and bring Slowbro in here. Slowbro, hello.
Hello.
Could you speak up just a little bit?
Is this better?
Maybe a little bit more?
How about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
So, one thing I noticed from you very early on was you found yourself in a position where you were down by about, a second or a half second or more, and you were really able to close the gap in, just a handful of laps. So it seems like you've really figured out, what kind of line you're going with, especially on that last lap. I think when you came to the lap, you were about a half second down, and obviously you got the stage win. So, what are you noticing from these setups right now that you're kind of taking advantage of that these guys aren't?
Well, the main kicker is if you're not already turned in by the time you hit the banking, you're not going to make that turn. And if you turn too early, you're going to hit that inside kind of curb, and that's going to send you all the way up the track, and you lose a lot of time.
Right.
So it's really all about consistency and being able to, turn at the right times every time.
Hey, that's what I said. I know what I'm talking about.
I know. I'm listening to the stream. So.
Oh, okay.
No, but I mean, I agree. It's really all about consistency, and I'm not going to give up my line, obviously, because it's working, and I want it to just work for me.
And
so, but I think I'm getting more consistent. It's just there are times where I will make that one mistake on the curb, and it'll lose me half a second. But Gecko's doing the same thing, and that's what's gaining me so much time. That's how I gained on him at the end. Is I caught his right rear quarter panel. It kind of set him high, and I dove under him, and then I just held him on my outside for the rest of the lap. Now,
Well,
obviously, you saw I hit the curb in 3 and 4, and he almost caught me on that.
and I know for this first stage it was just the Logan and Gecko show, but I was taking a look at some of those other guys in the back, and they were actually racing really well. So now that the second
Yeah.
stage is going underway, and you guys are now on even playing field, does that worry you a little bit that these other guys are going to be able to have a chance to kind of just get going?
I don't know, because we were still pulling away from Patrick pretty much that whole stage. So I definitely think me and Gecko have a bit more pace. At least we did at the beginning. We kind of picked it up a bit faster. So it's definitely going to change now with Howie here. And I guess with more people battling, maybe that could open up for another, 1 versus 1 for the win. It really just depends on how drivers battle each other. Because if
Right.
they're all battling, that kind of loses them time, and people in front of them can kind of drive away. Or people behind them can catch up, as you saw when me and Gecko were battling pretty bad. Patrick made up, I believe, 1 or 2 seconds. So
Well, are you liking the setup so far?
yeah, Martinsville is usually a really hard track to set up, especially if it's your first time, because this is the first time NARAS has run at Martinsville. So these setups are really good, much better than I would have expected for a first time. So yeah,
Well, thank you for joining us, and you're having a really good drive so far. So definitely expect you to keep it up. And like you
I
said,
would hope so.
consistency is key. So get out there
Alright,
and be
well,
consistent.
I have to go back to my VC and keep pressing A.
Okay.
Let's see ya.
All right. Thank you for talking to me. So there you have it, Stage 1 winner Logan. And I'm glad he thinks the setups are really good because from watching it, it seems like these guys. It seems really good just from me watching these guys because um, it seems like there's a lot of moves you can make into the corners, and it seems like you have to, approach it with, a consistent. Like you have to approach it with consistent skills, but it's not super punishing. But it will punish you. I think that's what makes a setup really good is when it forces the drivers to not just run however they want. It punishes you for making mistakes, and we've seen that happen with these guys, and we've seen guys give up leads and that sort of thing as they're going to be super crowded here. A lot of contact. It's going to be Slowbro with the lead, so let's ride along with him real quick. Ooh, Patrick's going to try to take it 3 wide. Oh my goodness. A lot of contact. Patrick with the super aggressive move on the opening lap, and he's going to have a lead to show for it. And there we've got Slowbro's going to try to go 3 wide once again. He's trying to go right up to the lead. And I don't think that's really what you want to do at Martinsville. Oh my goodness. Was that 5 wide? Okay, we got to chill out, guys. We got to chill out. 3 wide is one thing. 5 wide is something completely different. So now we've got Howie up in the mix there. And it's a familiar scene. That 23 car of Gecko, that 69 car of Howie, and the 9 car of Slowbro up in the front. And we've got Dusty in the mix too. So Dusty's going to move up to second now. We'll see what he's going to be able to do. He's going to slide up the track. Bit of a bad entry there for him. Let's go ahead and ride along with Howie, who's going to try to hold that inside on Slowbro. A little bit of contact on the exit. Major contact in the back between Loading and I believe that was Gecko. Howie's going to have a really good drive off here. I don't know if he's going to clear Slowbro, but he's going to maintain the lead right here. He's going to drive it in super deep. He cuts off Slowbro. That was a really good move from Howie. Very good defensive move right there. He's cut off Slowbro, made sure he didn't get the drive off. And Howie's going to try to swing into the turn a little bit wide. One thing Slowbro has been really good about so far is when everybody else is swinging it wide, he's keeping it really tight to the apron on the exit. And he's just getting a better drive off than a lot of these guys because of it. But there we go. We've got Howie right there in first place. And I'm really impressed with Howie right now. He hasn't run the track as many laps as everybody else. He wasn't super late joining the race, but he's doing really well for just the amount of time that he's been out here. So big props to Howie in that 69 car. He's doing really well, and he's doing a good job of holding off a Slowbro right now. So he's kind of trying to hold the middle of the turn. You know, he's not giving Slowbro a lot of room to drive off. So really, really smart racing from Howie right here. And Gecko's actually going to try to catch up to that number 9 car. And he does. He goes right up the inside of Logan. So these guys are going to try to battle it out. But obviously, like we talked about earlier, you know, you don't want to be battling too often, because you're going to lose speed and time eventually. That's just the nature of being side by side at a track like this. And Gecko's going to try to drive it deep into the corner, got into the grass a little bit. There was a little bit of an awkward line there. And Howie's going to try and hold off Gecko here. He's going to do a pretty good job of it. Gecko's still not able to clear him as they exit the turn. And we got Howie right there. Really good drive off the turn. Gecko not quite able to keep up the pace with him. So we'll see if Gecko can try and size him up here as we enter turns 1 and 2. Gecko's going to clip that apron just a little bit. Car straightened out on him. He got into the wall. But, I mean, Howie's having a really good drive right now. And obviously he was caught in that backpack earlier because he did have to merge in last place for joining so late. But he's having a really good drive right here. I think Gecko's being a little bit too aggressive right here. I think he just really wants to get to that back bumper of Howie and kind of move him out of the way. But you've got to really run your line well. That way you can get to that bumper in the first place. Otherwise, you're just going to be running all across the track and you're not really going to gain any kind of time. But Gecko's in a good position now. He is going to try to put that bumper on Howie right there. Not quite able to do anything. I think Howie expected that because you saw Howie was kind of... I don't think he was on the brakes there, but the way he took that line, it seemed like he was trying to make sure he was straightened out by the time Gecko got there. So, good anticipation by Howie right there. And Gecko's going to try it again. Really good drive off from Gecko right there. He's going to close the gap once again. And we'll see if he tries to do that move once again. Not going to be able to hang there with Howie. That was a really good corner from Howie. He got a lot of separation on the entrance. Gecko not quite able to keep up with him there. But Gecko's trying to get to that back bumper as quickly as he can. And these two were really pulling away from the rest of the crowd. So it's just Howie and Gecko here. And now a little bit of a mistake there from Howie. He wrecked by Slowbro. I think that's why Howie left. Because we've got Jin there. He is commentating there in the game chat. I believe there's an issue with Logan's car. He says it's not turning as well as it was before. Seems all right now. I'm not sure if that was just a minor incident, but you saw there for a second. The 23 of Gecko was side by side with Howie. They're going to pull up side by side again. Howie's going to lead that lap, but Gecko was on that inside line. That is the favorable line here. Howie's going to try to swing it wide, try to get a drive off on the exit, not quite able to do it, so Gecko is going to clear him, and now Gecko's got a very sizable gap right here. Really good drive by Gecko. That's really good by Gecko. I think he's noticed that he's been driving it a little bit wide on the exit, so he's really started to cut it down. But still not quite there on the 1 and 2. I think that's his weak point. I'm not sure what it is, but it seems like a lot of these drivers are kind of struggling a little bit more on that 1 and 2. And they really pick it up on 3 and 4 as you see the drive off there from Gecko. Really, really good there. And we've got Slowbro is actually picking up some time there. We've got 21 to go. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that turn 1 and 2. It's just really... It's really a problem for these drivers. And like, Gecko is really good in a 3 and 4. You're going to see him right here with a good drive off. But I don't know. Like, that turn 1 and 2, I'm not sure if it's like a psyche thing. Like, I don't know. But he's going to make up for it here. That was a really good 1 and 2. But you see there, Howie's making some time on that 23. So Gecko's really got to stay consistent here. He doesn't want Howie to catch up, and that's not quite the way to do it as he got into the wall just a little bit there on the exit. And really good line by Howie there. He's going to make up a lot of time on the exit. Really good turn by Howie. And Howie's going to play it smart right here. He's going to run his line. I really like these camera angles. Just seeing the cars come off of the turn like that is so cool. As we're going to get Howie. He's going to swing it a little bit wide on the exit there. He's going to try to level up with Gecko right there. Right behind him. Now you see there, Howie could have drove it inside and tried to get to the bumper of Gecko, but he didn't because he realizes he has to run his line. I think he knows that he's more consistent than Gecko right now. As you see Gecko get into the wall again, they're going to be side by side. But that's why you can't, drive it in deep on these corners and put the bumper to these guys. It's not going to work out for either of you. As we saw, Howie was able to clear Gecko on the exit of turn 4. We'll see if Gecko can get him back. It's going to be a challenge, and it seems like Slowbro is still struggling in that 9 car. But we do have under 20 to go here, and you can see that they're slowly catching up to traffic. I believe that is Dusty right there, the 21 car. So we'll see if Dusty might be a factor in this stage finish as Gecko clips the wall just a little bit there. But yeah, I don't know, lap traffic may end up being an issue for these guys up front, because they're a lot closer now than the previous stage. I mean, you see Howie there, he's about to get to the back of Dusty, so we'll see if that slows him up and gives Gecko a chance. But Gecko is not staying consistent on his exits. He's kind of hitting the wall just a little bit. That's gonna be a good corner by Gecko, a little bit wide, but still good nonetheless.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it's fine. Ooh, big lockup from Gecko right there, and that's gonna leave the door open for Slowbro.
We have lap traffic.
Yeah, and I was talking about if that was gonna be an issue or not, but it looks like Howie clears him. Oh, it is gonna be an issue for Slowbro though. And luckily able to avoid an incident there, as Gecko is going to have a really good corner, and he's going to try to close the gap on Logan. But I don't think... Ooh, a little bit of a mistake there on the exit from Logan. Gecko is going to try to go for him right here. He's going to cut it way inside, not quite able to get to the corner panel. But he did a good job of catching the car on the exit, so good job by Gecko right there. He's going to size him up here into turn 1 and 2. I don't know. Gecko's doing a really good job on Logan right now, so we'll see what he can do.
So during the stage break, who did you interview?
So I did interview Logan, and I asked him if he liked the setups and how well it was going for him. And he did agree with me, so I do feel like I know what I'm talking about for once. He said consistency on this track is key, and the most consistent guy, is going to have, the best night. And I don't know. It's hard to tell right now who the most consistent guy is, as you see. Ooh, big contact with the 9 and the 23.
I think the most consistent guy right now is Logan. He's been up front the entire race ever since the start.
I don't know. I think Howie's doing a really good job right now. I'm going to ride with Howie a little bit right here. But I say that and then he makes contact with the wall, so I'm just going to shut up. But I don't know. Like, he came into the race a little bit later, so obviously he had to kind of figure out the setup while everybody else already had a good understanding of it. But, I mean, he's doing really well. And also, I don't know what it is, but it looks like turn 1 and 2 is just the it's just like the bane of these drivers. Like, I don't know what it is, but they seem to do much worse in turn 1 and 2 than turn 3 and 4, and I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, I have noticed that. I wonder if that turns 1 and 2 was built differently than 3 and 4 on this model of the track.
It just, I don't know. It seems like they can swing it wider on the exit of turn 3 and 4 than they can on 1 and 2, because it seems like they had to come and tighten out the car just a little bit more on the exit of turn 1 and 2. But I'm not sure. But this is a really good drive from Howie right now. So
And don't forget, go to w.com and you can get 10% off all of your orders by using the promo code, all caps, NARAS 10. NARAS 10. You can get 10% off all your orders at w.com.
and Howie's doing a really good job of repping them right now, as he's still in first place, and he's doing really well. He's putting a gap on these guys, and part of that reason is because Gecko and Logan were battling it out. But still, this is a really good drive from Howie right here. But
It is, especially after joining late.
Logan is closing that gap. He's gonna have a little bit of mistake in a turn 1 and 2. I think he clipped the apron just a little bit. But this is what you want to see if you're Howie. You want to see these guys making mistakes. But this is the thing that I've noticed with Slowbro, is a lot of these guys swing it a little bit wide on the exit, and Slowbro is able to kind of keep it on that apron and drive off on the inside and just get a much better run. So we'll see if that becomes.
I don't know. It looks like Gecko got a better corner exit. Oh, and my PC just crashed.
Oh.
Go ahead and call a caution.
Okay, I'll go ahead and call the caution.
Okay. My PC has.
Or no, I think that
crashed.
was the stage anyway.
Was it lap 80?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's stage end anyway. So that's good timing.
Yeah, that was really good timing. So Howie is going to get the stage win, and yeah, it was really good that it was only a handful of laps left, because I do think Logan was getting a jump on him.
Oh, he was, for sure. He was starting to figure out the track, and he was kind of mimicking his lines and seeing where he can get that extra speed versus what Howie had on the track.
So Dusty is requesting an interview. Do we have some time before the stage?
Oh yeah. I'm still restarting my PC.
Okay, I'm gonna bring in Dusty then, real quick.
Okay.
Dusty.
Hello.
So, you were having some issues.
Oh, yes, I was.
So, what was the problem?
So, kind of during the beginning of stage 2, I was up there a little bit, and me and Logan kind of made contact when I was in the back of the field with him, and ever since he kind of hit my car, I've been having terrible corners, but I now got my corner area good again, so.
So, do you think the car was just locking up on you or something?
Yeah, I wasn't doing the best. I kept delaying my turns a lot, but I got my corner good again.
Yeah, I don't know if, because I think Logan was complaining about his car not turning as well after some contact.
Yeah, when I first made these cars, I made them for super speedways and intermediate, so that's probably why they're not the best here.
I think they're doing okay. Like, I do think if you make a lot of contact, they do kind of straighten out, but
yeah,
I don't think it's been too much of an issue.
No. Once you get your corners down, you're pretty good.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to point out was, I know like you and Loading and Patrick have kind of been in the back, but you guys look like you have some pretty good corners. So now that you're going to get a chance to kind of be in a situation where everybody's going to be bunched up and everything, do you think you're going to be able to find yourself in the front of the pack?
I think I could probably get myself in fourth for a little bit, because once I start with a pack, I'm better because I'm trying to keep it more clean. So I think once I'm up there, I'll be good on this restart.
Yeah, those restarts are kind of deadly though, because everybody's all bunched up.
Yeah, especially the time we went 5 wide.
I will say, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. You do have some good short run speed, and that restart that you had beginning of stage 2, That was awesome. You were
Yeah.
battling for the lead, and I thought you were going to get it at one point.
Yeah. I'm happy that I was able to 1 second for at least a lap. So I'm gonna try to do that again.
Well, best of luck to you for the rest of this race.
Thank you.
Get out of here. Yeah, you just gotta
We
work.
still
You just
got
gotta work
time
on
for-
consistency.
Yeah, he does. We still have time for one more interview if you want to pull somebody else in.
I guess we can pull in Howie.
Sure.
But yeah, like I was saying, if there's like a late caution or something, some of these guys like Dusty or Loading can, they can make a splash.
Yeah, for sure. Dusty, Loading, and Patrick especially because he's had a lot of good short run speed.
Howie.
Hello.
So, I guess I want to say congratulations on the stage win, and I know you joined a little bit later, but I'm really impressed, man. You've really picked up on the setups, and you seem like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it was really easy to pick up the setups and everything, and I really got that lead with the major 5 wide thing that we had. I don't even know
Yeah,
what that was.
I don't
but
think you guys
that's
should
really
try
how
that
it
again. I don't think you should try.
Maybe we should try that again, yeah, for the extra ratings going
I
up.
don't think so. No, I don't think so.
No.
No, I think the first one that you guys had was luck. The second one is going to be disaster.
Yeah, I don't know how we didn't absolutely wad up.
No, there was a lot
That
of
was
contact.
really-
I wouldn't try that again.
Yeah, okay. We'll try.
But so I'm not trying to be a sellout or
Uh-oh.
anything, but how does it feel to be running a an actual sponsored car? How does that feel?
Flexio is always a sponsor. What do you mean, an actual
Yeah, but
sponsor?
I don't think Flex Seal is giving us any money, are they? Any
That's
endorsements?
a fair point, then. Any endorsements? Well, just Fisher Studios and NARAS partner, Debbie. It's really nice of them to hop on the car for this weekend, and hopefully we can roll the victory lane with them. Hi, DJ.
He's an actual sponsor of NARAS.
Thank you, DJ.
So did Dubby say they were gonna give you some what is it called again?
DJ.
Endorsement.
Yeah, they're gonna give you like a shirt or something, like a.
So,
I have no idea what they're going to do.
because NARAS as a whole is sponsored, the owners, meaning me and Logan and whoever else becomes a co-owner of NARAS, can use a special promo code and they can get 10% or 30% off all of their orders.
Oh wow!
Wow. Very fancy.
What if Howie wins? Howie should get like 50% off if he wins.
100% off.
No. No. But
Hey, so
thank
what
you
is my
for joining
laptop
us,
doing?
Howie.
You're
Unless
very
Jen,
welcome.
you wanted to add anything?
Yeah, I actually do. So, Howie, you're having a great run tonight. Obviously, you dominated stage 2 after that 5 wide scuffle. And, this race is now going for a round of 4 playoff spot. So, this is your time to shine after a couple of bad seasons. So, how are you feeling right now entering the final stage?
Well, I definitely feel a little bit weird. DJ, stop distracting me, DJ. My brother's in here just trying to sell me out with mint gum, but DJ, stop, get out. Okay. So what I was going to say is that it's definitely on the back of my mind that this is definitely a championship 4 spot, on the line. So you just gotta race your own race at this point and pray to God that nobody passes you at this rate. That's all it really is here. So yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, Howie, and thank you to your little brother too. Is it PJ?
DJ.
DJ. My bad.
B as in donkey.
Yeah, my bad. Hi, DJ. Thank you for joining us. But
I'll
that's
see y'all later.
all right. That's all we had, and we're gonna throw Howie back.
So, I'm on Roblox right now, and I'm joining the game as we speak.
Why is Gecko all alone?
I don't know. Voice chat's open for anybody to join, so
That's so
I mean he
sad.
doesn't have to be by himself.
That's so sad.
Move him into the public chat.
Yeah, go talk to everybody. Go make friends, Gecko. Oh, he's muted. That's why. Oh, he
Oh.
he left. Oh well.
So entering stage 3, Biggie. Obviously Howie is dominating right now, as he dominated stage 2. Is he now a threat for the win? Is he the one to beat tonight?
Most definitely yes. I think Howie. I don't even know. Like I think Logan. It's so hard to tell because I think Logan didn't have as good of a stage 2 as a stage 1. But I've seen Logan so far. Like when he gets on a really good run, I think he's better than Howie. But I think Howie is better than Logan consistency wise right now. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, Logan definitely has a lot of long run speed, and because this stage is 30 laps longer than stage 1 and 2, it's definitely going to make for some interesting plays. We are definitely going to have lap traffic involved. Oh, what is going on with my flags?
Uh-oh.
There we go. My game was taking a minute to load up.
Dusty, don't say that. I know what you're about to say. Don't say that. Don't look at the chat. Anyway,
Now give him what?
no, just anyway.
No. Anyway, like I was saying, this stage is 30 laps longer than the other 2 stages that we had, so lap traffic could definitely come into play. We could have a competition caution to bunch the field back up halfway through this stage, and you never know.
Yeah, and I
something
think
could, huh?
I was gonna say I think if we see a caution like late in the race, I think we could see, some of these other guys that we haven't really mentioned, like really, take a shot for the win because I don't know. I think those guys have better short run speed than, Logan and Howie and Gecko. So it'll be interesting to see.
It will be interesting to see as we are getting ready to go back green with Logan and Howie on the front row.
All right, so we're gonna go green, and it's gonna be Howie going wide. Ooh, big contact. Ooh, oh my goodness! Everybody got caught up in that except for Loading. So Loading is able to take an early lead, and he's gonna swing it right too. And
And my cameras are not working for me, so that's wonderful.
uh-oh. And we're going to see Loading is going to cut it across the field. Oh my goodness, there's a car being shoved up into the catch fence.
Car in the catch fence?
Well, no, not anymore. He was getting crushed into the catch fence though. It was interesting. So, a little bit of a mix-up here. We've got Loading in second place, Howie in first. We've got Patrick there in third place. Loading's having some issues on these corners though. I don't think he's used to, having this much of a crowd around him. I think that's kind of interfering with how he's running his line. But Patrick's going to try to get on that quarter
He's got
panel.
a lot of smoke coming out of his car.
And Patrick's going to take that inside. We're going to ride along with Patrick here in that 99 car. And he's going to clear the 44. So now we see Patrick is in the lead here. We're going to see what Patrick is able to do on Howie. Ooh, Howie's going to put him up on the wall. I'm not sure what happened there, but Howie just clipped the 99 car into the wall, and that's going to give Loading the lead. And we've got Dusty there in second place. And they almost went 4 wide, so they're not taking my advice. But let's go ahead and ride with Dusty up in second place. I believe this is... Ooh, we're going to get a competition caution?
There's something wrong with the cars.
.44 and 21. So reports that there was Oh, okay. So that was just a track issue. We just wanted to make sure. So we thought there might be an issue with the cars. There's a little bit more smoke coming off of the. We thought it was the cars, but it was just a visual effects from the track. So yeah, I think that's just for you, Jen. I'm not seeing any smoke. Yeah, I think that's just you, Jen. I'm not seeing any smoke. No, it's okay. We just wanted to make sure that it wasn't interfering with the racing. So it's all good. All good. Slight
Yeah,
little
that's all I
caution
wanted to
there.
make sure that it wasn't interfering with the other drivers. Because right now, for me, the 44, the 9, the 23, and the 21 all have smoke emitting from their tires.
I think that's just for you, and that's really weird.
It is because
Maybe it's
the
like
69 and the 99 don't have it.
maybe it's like a visual lag kind of thing. I don't know. That's really weird. But it's okay for the caution anyway. We just want to make sure it's not interfering with the racing. As it's going to be loading is going to lead us off here. Howie's going to try to dive inside for the early lead. Big contact. We're going to ride along with Howie here. Howie's going to take that high line as Dusty is once again going to try to move up into second place. Ooh, big contact. Howie's going to fall way off the pace there as Dusty got into him. I believe Patrick hooked the 21, and that caused the 21 to go straight into the corner. I'm not sure though. But once again, it's going to be the battle with Slowbro and Gecko, and we've got Loading in the mix as well. So, Loading's going to try to cut it underneath. He wanted to get to that inside quarter panel. Not quite able to. And you're going to see.
Great battle between the 9 and the 23 right now. Oh, never mind.
Are you jinxing everything now?
I think I am.
Sorry, I had to take care of something real quick. I'm sorry when I got quiet.
Oh, no, you're fine.
But in the meantime, Logan did get the lead on the 23 here, so we're going to see the 23 try to cut it down low, put a little bit of a slide job on the 9 car.
Major contact was made as where in the world did Howie come from?
Well, I think it's all the contact these guys have been making with each other. It's been opening up. Whoa!
Oh!
I think Loading got snagged on the apron right there. So, Howie's going to...
bump Howie back into third place.
Loading's got to really, really hold on to his pace right now, because I feel like if he doesn't keep up with Howie, he's gonna lose pace with the rest of these guys up front. And Loading is gonna try to get up the inside. Howie let off. He let Loading take the lead, and he's gonna try to muscle it up the inside of Loading right there. I don't think Loading's gonna appreciate that though. That was a bit of a bully move by Howie. As we see the good corner by Logan. Logan's picking up the consistency. As you can see it there on the ticker, he cuts the gap down. Not the best 1 and 2, unfortunately.
Definitely cutting the pace or the time down on the 23 right now, as he's running a much better line than the Gecko.
I don't know, Gecko. That turn 1 and 2 though really messed up the 9 car. Ooh, huge mistake from the 23.
Frozen. I'm frozen. I'm stuck in turns 3 and 4 right now on lap 93.
Well, Gecko is going to have the lead here. Really good drive off of turn 4 from
There
Gecko.
we go. Now I'm back.
But yeah, you see these guys when they try to dive it into the turn and they clip that apron, it just sends the car straight. So that was a really good turn by Gecko though. Gecko's starting to pick up the consistency as well. That was a
Once we
really
get
good
into a
line.
longer run, once we get into a longer run like we are in right now, I think Logan is definitely going to pick up on the pace. He's going to start figuring a lot of things out, just like he is right now.
I don't know. Gecko
He
has a
opened up the
really, really good line he's working right now. And I know
He
Logan's going
does.
to
He has
have the
a very
draft.
solid line.
Sorry?
I was just agreeing with you. Yeah, the Gecko has a very solid line that he's running right now, and it's consistent.
Yeah, the only problem is Logan is going to have his draft. So that's one of the biggest issues with being in first place right now is you have to run your line almost to perfection, or else your second place is just going to constantly make up time on you. So, but
As yet, he just pulled on the gap by a tenth and a half.
but I like what Gecko's doing right now. He's kind of maintaining the center of the turn. He's getting a really good drive off. So Gecko's really cleaning it up right here. Look at that. He's doing really, really well. That
Oh, yeah.
23 car. And you see Logan's making a couple mistakes here. It's really costing him time.
Yeah, it's costing him a lot of time, as you can start to see Howie in the picture pulling up on Logan.
Yeah, I don't
Gecko
know.
kinda
I don't know what
wants that.
Gecko started to do, but he's really doing well.
Well, that last corner, he kind of ran a little bit wide, and that allowed Logan to catch back up, but Logan just made a mistake exiting turn 2.
It's that exit on turn 2. I don't know what it is, but Gecko seems to have it down pat, and I think that's what's saving him. Because it looks like Slowbro has a better exit on turn 4, but Gecko's just better in 1 and 2. It seems like he's kind of holding the brakes a little bit on the exit. I guess that's why he's able to get a better drive off. Oh, he's going to clip the apron just a little bit there. Big mistake from the 23, so that's going to cut the gap way down. And so we've got Howie up there as well. Howie can make a move whenever he wants to. Yeah, the 23 is going to go
got a
wide.
pass for the lead. Advantage Logan because he's got the preferred inside line.
And this is a really bad spot for Gecko. He's got to try to get inside as quickly as possible.
Oh, 3 wide.
Oh, that's not going to work. Somebody's going to have to back out.
Someone's
And
got to
it's
give.
gonna be
and it's
Gecko.
Gecko.
Oh, he's going to try to take it 3 wide again.
That's it. It's Gecko because he takes it up the inside.
So, I mean, we're going to go 3 wide again? Please no. Okay.
That shoves Howie into the wall. They're collecting each other.
Big contact. Yeah, you can't. This is what I'm saying. You can't just dive it in the corner because it's just going to not work for anybody.
There's still a lot of laps to go. We got 46 laps to go. Still plenty of time. Don't make any stupid moves just yet because that can screw you for the rest of this race.
Ooh.
Oh, he's going to turn
Big contact
Gecko.
between the 23 and the 9. The 23 got into the wall, and the 9 just snagged the quarter panel right there. And now Gecko's really having issues with the car. Yeah, they're going to be single file here going into the turn. Really good drive off by Gecko right there. No, the 9 car not quite
Really
able to get the
great
drive
turn
off he
by
wanted.
Howie. That was a great turn 3 and 4 by Howie. He's going to take second over to Logan.
Howie's going to take first
And
place
he's
here.
going for the lead. Advantage Howie. He's going to have the inside line entering turn 3.
And there's
Maybe
just
not.
there's so
Maybe
many
not.
options when
Gecko
you're that
takes the
third
outside.
car.
Do what?
There's so many options when you're that third car because you know you can choose to stay on the outside, you can choose to cut it low, you can choose to move people out of the way. There's so much you can do. As the 9 car is going to collect the 23 just a little bit there on the exit.
He's going to give him a bump saying, hey, I didn't really appreciate that move.
Ooh, really good exit by the 9 car though. He's able to hold off the 23 and gain some ground on that 69 car. So we've got Logan. He's going to really turn it up now as he is gunning for that 69 car. But Loading has actually, believe it or not, like Loading has a pretty good pace right now, kind of cutting the gap down. He's not quite in the picture just yet, but he's getting up there. So that might be a car to keep an eye out for if these guys keep on going back and forth.
Yeah, the 44 is definitely an underdog, and like you said, he's cutting down the gap to these three leaders. And I think tonight, Loading could have a really good finish. He hasn't had consistent back-to-back finishes all season, ever since Daytona. So tonight, he needs a really good finish if he wants to do good in the points to make it to Phoenix, or not Phoenix, but Homestead.
Well, if these guys keep on battling like they are, then Loading is going to have no problem getting up there. As you can
Yeah,
see,
he's cut the gap down to now 1.9, a second point, 1 second and 9 tenths.
yeah, and I mean, a few laps ago, I mean, he was like a whole like straightaway behind these guys. So
He was that's a clear sight of how hard these three leaders are battling and how much how big of an advantage it is to Loading because of these three guys battling as hard as they are. It's allowing the 44 to catch these three guys.
but I
And
don't know if you're. Oh, sorry. I'll let you finish.
Not to mention the car that Loading is catching right now. He owns that car. It's the 23 of Gecko. So I don't know what Loading is going to do, if he's just going to take it for himself or if he's going to push his driver to the front.
Well, you see, Loading
So
is
Loading
really
has options.
Loading has really cleaned up his line too. I know he was kind of stiff into the turns and he didn't quite know how to take them, but it looks like he's actually got it down pat.
Yeah,
But
he really
we're
does.
gonna-
And he cut it down to just under a second and a half. So he shaved off 5/10 of a second in one lap. That's really, really good.
And in the meantime, we've got some struggles with Howie there in the 69 car. So Logan and the 23 of Gecko are going to move up, and big move by the 23. He's going to try to bully the 9 car out of the way. And Gecko's going to lead that lap. I don't think it counted it on the ticker, but
No. Visually, it counted, but on the ticker, it says that Loading led it.
Gecko is going to make a big move on the 9 car. He just kind of slid up on him out of the exit of the turn. And
Oh,
the
he took
9
a
car was
swipe at
trying to jab
Gecko.
it up into the quarter panel, and both of them got sent into the wall right there.
He took a swipe at him. That was a visual swipe.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get to the quarter panel. He just kind of drove it in straight. So, but we've got that 44
Well,
car is dangerously close to these top 3 now.
He is. He's down to 1.4 seconds.
He lost a little bit of time on that turn 4 exit though.
Yeah. Disadvantage to Logan because of that move, taking a swipe at Gecko. It sent him backwards, so now he's farther away from the 23 than he wants to be, and that put him right into the clutches. As Gecko has a problem. We are going to have a fight on the track between the 9 and the 23, but like I was saying, that put Logan in the clutches of Howie. As here we go. Oh, there it is.
And
He let him
Logan's going
go.
to cut it immediately in front of the 23. He's not even worried about Howie.
Yeah, Howie is just an innocent bystander at this point. It's between the 9 and the 23.
Well, this is what the 44 car wants to see, though. He wants to see this fighting. Because look at him. He's going to be in a
He's
position
there.
where he can
Oh,
make
yeah.
a move.
Oh, yeah, he is there. So if these three guys wreck, advantage to Loading. He can take the lead.
Now, the question is, do you kind of sit back and watch these guys do their thing, or do you try to make a move now? Is there actually 3 wide coming to the line?
I would say play it safe and let these guys wreck each other and make your move then.
Well, I don't know. Ooh,
That's
huge
exactly what he's
turn by the
doing.
44. That was probably the best corner I've seen all night, as he gets right there to the quarter panel of the 9 car, not quite able to cut it down, but big moves by the 44 car as he's trying to advance his position.
This is exactly what Loading is wanting. He's wanting those three guys to feel the pressure of him approaching them because they know that the 44 car has speed.
And he shoves his own teammate out of the way to get up there into second place, but Howie's on that inside. And Loading wisely keeps it high, so he's going to try to drive off of the exit.
So I think Gecko right now is having some tensions between the 69 car and the 9 car because Howie just blocked him all the way down the front stretch.
Yeah, I mean, this race has been going on for a while, so I mean, you're going to start seeing some tempers flare just a little bit, these guys, and especially at a track like this where you have to concentrate so much on your line, you don't want to have to worry about, fighting off everybody else. You want to just concentrate on you. So definitely going to be some back and forth between these guys. And loading fell off just a little bit there. A couple of bad corners kind of got to him. So
Well, we're coming up to 25 laps to go, so the race is almost over. Thankfully for them.
and Howie is chugging along on the outside. He's got the 9 car there on his quarter panel. We'll see if Howie is going to try to hang it high and then cut down low, but Slowbro wisely keeps it in the middle of the track, and ooh, there's a car slow on the track.
That would be the 21 of Dusty.
So lap traffic could very well be an issue, and this is not what you want to see with the front four so close together. You don't want to see any lap traffic.
No, you definitely don't. And if this lap car plays a factor in who's going to come out with this lead, brace yourselves.
Yeah, these drivers are not going to be happy, but I don't know if you like. It could shake it up a lot. These guys are just so bunched up at this point. It's really close. As you see, there's going to be some contact between everybody as the 44 just slid up the track into them. The 69 car of I'm stuttering so much. The 69 car of Howie and the 23 of Gecko. Yeah, they're going to lose a lot of time.
Racing.
Yeah, they lost a lot of time on that 9 car. And ooh, the 21 hit the wall. And he's going to become a factor for the rest of these guys. This is what you want to see if you're Logan. But the 21 politely pulls out of the way, so he's going to let these guys race it out. And they're also closing in on Patrick as well, so that could be another car that comes into play.
Patrick, lap car?
No, he's not a lap car yet, but he could be, potentially.
Well, he is just one straightaway away, so...
Ooh, contact. And we still got the 23 and the 44 battling it out back there. I don't think that's what they want to be doing right now.
No, definitely not. Oh, you're talking about Gecko and loading. I thought you were talking about Dusty.
Yeah. But there's contact between the teammates.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a very interesting team meeting.
Yeah, and it looks like Logan and Howie have a pretty sizable lead right now on them. So not what you want to be seeing right now from those teammates.
No, especially not. And with this being a round of 6 race, a spot for the Final Four is up for grabs. So no one is going to give anything to anybody. This is take all.
Dude, Loading is racing Gecko hard for 3rd place. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of tempted to ride with those guys if Howie wasn't so close to Logan right now. Actually, I will ride along just for a second. Oh!
Ride with them. As we just got something over the comms saying Loading, stop slowing me down. So team owner is slowing down his driver.
Yeah,
as we have a battle for the lead going on.
Gecko is not happy right now. He's stuck behind the lap car. He had some contact with the wall. And, yeah, he's in a really bad spot right now. The only thing that can save him right now is a caution, unfortunately, for Gecko. And it looks like he's taking out some of his frustration on that 21 car of Dusty, poor guy. But
now the 99 is going to come into play with just less than 20 laps to go at Martinsville.
Yeah, and that just shows you how fast these guys are going. Like they're just catching up to Patrick. And also that's first place car of Howie. Like he's gonna have some draft now with that 99 car, but now we see the 9 car is gonna take the inside and pull ahead of the 69. So, but that draft of the 99 car could be a big factor. I know the draft isn't too crazy on a setup like this, but that 1 mile per hour can make a difference.
It very well can, as now it's advantage Logan. He's going to have that draft off the 99, but it's going to drag Howie with him because Howie has the draft off of the 9.
Yeah, so we'll see if Howie's able to cut that lead down, gets into the wall just a little bit. Patrick is going to kind of pull out of the way, so... Unfortunately, he's going to hold up the 69 car. He tried to get out of the way, but that's going to hold up that 69 car of Howie. So lap traffic is indeed becoming a factor. And now Loading is going to have to deal with that 99 car. But Patrick is going to pull off once again. So Howie not going to be happy with Patrick right there. I know Patrick was just trying to get out of the way, but unfortunate for Howie. But now we've got a caution, I believe. Is that a competition caution?
Not supposed to happen.
Oh. Yeah, so you see.
That was not supposed to happen. I had my finger on the blue flag.
Oh, that's okay.
Why
I
is it
think,
going yellow?
honestly, I think we needed a comp caution anyway because these guys were getting a little bit restless. But Slowbro obviously not very happy with the caution, and there's going to be some bickering between the teammates right here. I don't know. It's so late in the race. You need to be working together, you know, because there's a little over 20 laps left, so you're not gonna have a whole lot of time to go chase the leader. But this is what we were talking about. These late cautions, you could see some new faces up front. So nobody's out of it yet. So you see the bickering in chat there between the teammates. Hopefully they settle it out.
I feel so horrible for that.
Oh, it's okay. I genuinely, and I'm sure they're gonna disagree with me, but I genuinely think we probably needed a caution for that. Just because, like, I saw these guys bouncing off of each other. I think we needed a reset. And Howie did get screwed by Patrick just a little bit there. No fault of Patrick. It is what it is. But big contact between the 23 and the 69 car on the exit of that corner. And it's going to be the three big names up front as Gecko is going to get up the inside of the 9 car. So advantage to the 23 as they go into 1 and 2. Howie's going to slide it up there inside the 9 car as well. Big mistake from the 23 though, and so Howie's going to take advantage. And now he's going to go up the inside of the 23. Big contact between... Oh, they almost went 4 wide right there. My goodness. So now loading's on the inside of that 9 car. The 9 car is going to squeeze the 44 all the way to the grass. They're going to be 4 wide. Gecko and Howie are going to wisely back out of it. And now Gecko is getting super aggressive. Oh my goodness. He just doored his team owner for that first place position. So a lot of aggressive driving happening right now. These guys are all over the place. Oh my goodness.
Okay, someone almost got taken out by the pit road cone.
Oh my goodness. Dude, these guys are making no friends right now. Everybody is just banging and beating off of each other. This is just like a... This is a...
Demolition Derby.
Yeah, it's a demolition derby right now. These guys are making no friends. As you see, Patrick is going to try to get up the inside of the 9. The 9's not backing down, though. Big contact between the 99 and the 9. Yeah, I mean, these guys are beating and banging off of each other so badly right now. And I don't think I can call who's going to win this. They're still so bunched up.
Though. You've got Patrick up here with 6 laps to go. It's a Final 4 spot open. Patrick could come in out of nowhere and just steal that Final 4 spot.
And you've got loading there as well. He's going to be on the inside of everybody. But the 9's going to drive it in hard into the corner, trying to clear him.
Slammed the door on both of them.
Oh, we've got the teammates together once again. We'll see if they try to give each other some room here. And it doesn't look like they are. The 23 of Gecko's going to slam his team owner up into the wall. And now Logan's going to try to defend that bottom. Not the wisest move right there, as the 23 is going to pull up side by side with him. The 44 is going to try to weasel his way in there. Ooh, the 23 just slams up into the wall on the 9 car. That's going to be controversial, and that is going to bring out a caution. Yeah, that's definitely a comp caution, if I've ever seen one. This is better than the real Martinsville. This is a demolition derby at this point. So there's a lot of
My first flaring at Martinsville.
oh yeah.
Classic Martinsville.
I don't want to. I'm kind of debating on whether to show the chat a lot. I don't know if they're gonna say some things. So I'm kind of clicking on and off the chat. But yeah, there's a lot of bickering as we've only got a handful left. So I mean, I don't know if we're gonna see some more. We're probably gonna see some more of that door slamming and all that. So these guys are. It's not gonna be a very happy finish. I'm predicting.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, there's gonna be some upset feelings at the end of this one, as we're gonna see loading in first place. There is already contact entering turn 1 as the 9 is gonna try to dive it in on the 41.
We're having some trouble back there.
They're gonna be 3 wide as the 23 car almost punted the 9 out of the way. So it's gonna be the 23 of Gecko on the inside. It's gonna be the 9 car of Slowbro on the outside. And Gecko's got his teammate of Loading there right behind him. Loading puts the slide job on the 9 car, and so now it's the teammates in first and second. Ooh, big mistake from the 23 car. He's going to go up into the wall. That's going to give Loading the lead. We're going to ride with Loading here. The 23 is going to cut it down. You can't really block that if you're the 44. Now the 9 car is going to try to muscle his way.
God.
The 9 car is shoving the 44 into the... Oh my goodness.
We're gonna see a major bump and run, Biggie. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah, that's what the 9 car is doing right now. He's sizing up the 23. And for some reason, Gecko left the inside wide open.
23!
I don't know what Gecko was thinking, but he left the inside wide open. He might try to go for the crossover right here. Ooh, and the 23 slams the door, and the 23 is going to wreck on the final turn. So, bit of a scuffed finish right there, but it is going to be Slowbro who's going to pull away with the win. And I'm just going to keep the chat closed because I have a feeling I have a feeling Gecko is going to say some choice words. But that was a...
We gotta bring Logan in here right now.
Oh yeah, we're going to bring Logan in here.
4 wins on the season, Logan. That was an incredible finish. Take us through those final 5 laps.
I pulled a Kenzip.
Yeah, definitely.
Tempers obviously ran high between me and Gecko. He was shoving me up into the inside, so I shoved him into the inside, and then he came back up. So obviously, there's some infighting there. I guess he hasn't changed since Daytona, so yeah. But I mean, I can dish out anything he can, and I usually come out on top because of it.
So
Yeah.
I do just want to put this out there real quick, Logan. That caution that came out with 10 to go, that was not on purpose. I promise you.
Yeah, no. Dusty said in chat, Comp C, trying to figure out if those existed, but he asked. It looked like he asked for one, and then you're like, yeah. And I was
Yeah,
like,
no. That was not planned at all.
Yeah, I think I would have had less of a heart attack had that not happened.
Yeah, that was a very rough finish. that went from.
Being said, sorry, go ahead. You were talking.
I was just gonna say that went from like Martinsville to a demolition derby. That was all over the place.
Yeah, and a lot of that was how Gecko was racing. Everyone kind of got mad at him. And obviously, I started 5th on that restart. Ended up coming out 2nd through turn 2 just because everyone sent it wide. And yeah, so I was saying at the start, because I kept starting on the front row, I'm like, this is not where I want to be because everyone on the front row is getting sent up wide. usually by Gecko, who's diving in for 3 wide. But
Well,
I mean, yeah, ended up
Well,
being what we needed. So
Well, with that win, you are moving on to the final four.
yeah, still yet to miss a Final Four in my career. So
Well, real quick, while you're doing the burnouts, can you send me the final result?
yes, and then I have to go to iRacing.
okie dokie. Well, good job on the win, Logan. And I think we're gonna bring in Loading next.
Okay, let me
Get
go
outta
ahead
here.
and finish some of these.
Get out of here. So we're gonna bring in Logan, not Logan, Loading.
Oh, hi.
So that race was the end of the race was pretty I won't say catastrophic, but it was all over the place.
It was very eventful.
So I did notice there was some what's the word? Annoyance. Well, there was some annoyance between you and your teammates. What was going on?
Yeah, see, the thing about that, he just kept sending it, bro. Every time I'll be too wide or I'll enter the corner, I'll see him in the grass almost, or sometimes in the grass, just coming in, just diving in. It did like annoy me a little bit, annoyed the other drivers too, and at the end of the race is what really got me messed up because I was running second. I pass shot the win. I was going to time a pass. He slides up. I get around him, and then next thing you know, he goes 3 wide, and there goes my shot to win. So, but yeah, there was definitely annoyance there towards the end of that race. The way he was banging us in the corner. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Just annoyance.
Well, I know we weren't talking about you all race, but you really showed up towards the end of that race. So you really picked it up towards the end, and I don't know. I definitely had you for a favorite to win going into stage 3 because you're doing a really good job. But how do you feel about your playoff debut?
I felt really good about it. I just wish the ending worked a little bit more into my favor. But I'm just looking to carry the momentum I had for stage 3 at this race into the next round, and hopefully I can make it to Homestead. Win championship in my 5th season now.
Well, I think you had a pretty good race tonight. I know there was a little bit of some back and forth between some teammates and maybe some other drivers, but I think you really finished strong. So good job of loading.
Yeah, thanks.
And thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you have a good rest of the night, and I hope you have a good week.
Thanks, you too. Yep, appreciate it.
Get out of here. You see,
Bring in
loading
Howie.
loading is polite. Loading's polite. He leaves when I tell him to. Howie.
Hi guys.
Jin, I'll let you start it off.
So, very dominant stage 2 after coming in late. And just had a lot of contact going on in the end. Kind of take us back those final 5 laps. And was there anything else that you could have maybe done differently to change the outcome of this race?
Maybe dump Gecko more. I don't know.
Jeez, everybody's hating Gecko. Oh my goodness.
Gecko, it was the worst race I think I've ever seen him ran. Literally the Ross Chastain of this series. That was an awful performance.
This is the first time I have not started controversy. They hate him on their own.
I was about to
did
say,
not start any of this.
you're rubbing off on them. It's terrible.
No,
Hey, look at me. I could have raced. Look at me go. I could have raced.
149 laps off the lead.
Look at me go.
But no, You ran a great race, but besides dumping Gecko more, was there
Yeah.
anything else that maybe you could have done, differently to get to the win? Maybe shove someone, put the bumper to someone else, and use that move to your advantage.
I probably could have been a lot more aggressive to Logan, but he's a future teammate, so I mean, it is what
Well,
it is. I guess you just gotta.
that doesn't mean anything.
That's a what?
That doesn't mean anything. Future
That's
teammate or
true.
not.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But yeah, no, I thought that we had a good run, in my opinion. The stage points are gonna be a lot better than my second place finish. So it's just Gecko. That was really, really, really bad. That was terrible.
I don't know. I think you guys all suck. Look at me go.
I'm racing you here.
Yeah, look at me go. I'm better than all you guys.
Man, it says you. I put in the fastest lap.
No, no, no. Lap times only mean so much.
Fair enough.
Oh!
Hey, can someone send me the final result of the race?
That's not fair. I'm in Gecko's car. That doesn't mean I am Gecko. You don't have to wreck me, Howie.
Yo, my bad, bro.
Hey, can someone tell me the finish?
I believe
it
it was...
Logan, myself. Who else? I don't know where.
It should be on the side there.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
About that.
Yeah, about that. I totally
Oh,
forgot.
that's okay. I'll just have to go back to the stream and get it.
Oh!
Now you know how it feels to be put 3 wide into turn 1 in Martinsville.
Well, that's pretty easy. You see that? It's pretty easy.
I guess. But, that happened a lot. This race.
Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't have happened as much as it did.
Definitely
All right. Well, since we're still streaming,
not.
Yeah, I was just gonna show some point of view from the drivers.
The one thing you don't want to hit is that berm. It is so unforgiving. Like you will never recover if you
Like,
hit
look
that.
at this. I'm giving everybody like a first-hand look at what the drivers experience.
Dusty just spun himself out somehow. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting race.
I think it was really good up until the last handful of laps, and then everybody else got antsy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Hi, DJ.
Busy. No.
Be quiet, DJ. I'm on another interview.
Oh, really?
Yes. Get put in the wall.
Well,
Hi, DJ. Do you
Biggie
want
says
an
hello.
Do you want an interview,
Okay.
DJ?
wait,
Do you want an interview, DJ?
who says hello?
Biggie.
Well, Biggie.
Jesus, Patrick.
Well,
Hi.
Biggie, let me tell you something.
Oh,
Okay,
he's gonna tell you something.
go ahead.
I. Wait, can I tell that I give you cool?
He gave me a mint.
Buy Big 5 mint gum. It'll make your breath less stinky than his.
He
Does
wants
he
you
have
to buy
stinky
five.
breath? That's how we have stinky
Yeah.
breath?
No, I do not have stinky
You
breath.
need a sponsor from
He
Mint Gum.
doesn't. But
No, this Dubby sponsorship is really getting me good.
also,
I'm just saying. The
Try-
Dubby is very superior.
try Pepsi.
No, don't.
Yes, DJ. Yes.
You're proofs of the Pepsi.
Yeah.
You should drink Dubby. Dubby's pretty fire. Not gonna
That's
lie.
true. That's true.
No,
You know,
I'm-
you
I'm
want
on
some
my
jitter-
call- I'm on
jitterless
the call
energy
with
blend?
My assistant manager.
Oh, Dusty, I'm giving one. DJ, get off the phone.
It doesn't even work.
I know it doesn't work. That's why you get off of it. Oh, I transported him to you.
okay.
Where'd he
Well, with
go?
that being said, everyone, thank you for tuning in for tonight's race at Martinsville. We'll see you next Sunday at Watkins Glen for the second race of the round of 6.
Hey, that's my home track.
I'm gonna win. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. I know the tempers are gonna be a little higher. It's just the nature of Martinsville, but we hope everybody had a good time. Thank you to all the drivers. But yeah.